right. Makeup stream. Late afternoon stream time. Oh, I melted all day today, Gray. Um, it was a hot, day today. We went out and yeah, let me walk you guys through my morning here real quick. I got a picture I can share too. It's not a very good picture because my sister-in-law took it on my wife's phone and she did not take a very good picture. Hang on a second, though. I gotta pull it up now. And I'll probably have to make this bigger. Hang on. I gotta figure out how to resize this stuff. It's not one to work. Anyway, what was the weather today? I'll get the picture up here in a minute. Weather today was it was 32 Celsius today, which was about 92 Fahrenheit. 70% humidity. Not quite as hot as Arizona, but we did sweat our patooties off today. We went, and then it poured down rain like the last hour. Like I wasn't sure if I was gonna do a stream tonight because it's just been pouring down rain. But we got up. I got up at like at 4:30 today. I let the alarm go off, shut it off, went back to sleep, woke up. Our great niece stayed with us last night. So we got up, had breakfast, took her back and to her mom's house, and then Chris and I went out with her sister and we went looking at properties out in the countryside beyond where her family lives. So like they're about 30 minutes away from us. And we just went driving around all day today, all this morning. We went down to the lagoon and went a bunch of places. And she did take a picture of us. Let me pull up this picture really quick. It's a horrible picture and I put on a bunch of weight and I don't care. So that was the picture that her sister took today. We went down looking at properties and stuff. And I have a paunch now. I didn't used to have a paunch. That is what an injured leg and 1 year of no cardio does. You get saggy man boobs and a paunch. And then my wife is still like, Chris has always been rail thin. She can eat like a freight train. She doesn't put any on. Anyway, that's a lagoon. You can actually see some people coming across on a boat. On the other side of the lagoon from us is a village, and then every Sunday the people come across the lagoon on boats to go to church in this little town that we were in, and we were looking at properties there. And it's about 10 minutes beyond where her family lives right now, and we went out looking at potential investment properties, like buying countryside farm property. Anyway, Transcend says stream time. Blueface says, hey, what's up? Gray's melting. Kagarin, what's up? Deeks, what's up, man? Put yourself in the freezer, Gray, says Transcend. The Arizona sun's like no other. Yeah. Deeks says, first video in your new series kicks ass. Thank you very much. You know, what's really funny to me is I had like an idea of, you know, I have the first like 6 videos planned out. Some guy posted today and he asked like 15 questions. Let me go see if I can find that comment before we get going here. And I just had to chuckle because I knew that series was, it might not do tons of traffic, but it'll help the right people, and that's what I'm more interested in than anything else. Let me find the because I think it was on one of the shorts versions of it. Yeah, this guy right here. This guy had a whole bunch of questions. This is hilarious to me. He says, "How many sites do you stream to? Do you find a schedule helps with the production? How close do you follow the current Dreamy Chin? What do you think about creators promoting each other? Any services you'd avoid? What screen capture technique do you prefer? How long is your average editing session? What do you use to edit? Do you think a selfie camera is necessary? How did you tell your gaming buddies when you started, and how did you handle privacy from the ones that want it? I'm sure I'll think of 10 more things after I post." And I just had to laugh because I was like I have my own list of things, but he just gave me like 10 additional ideas to put into that video series, which is awesome. So I appreciate that, Deeks. I'll probably record another episode tonight. I mean, honestly, if I could find the time to do it, I'll try to maybe do one a day. We'll just see how the schedule goes. Um, that could probably get spun out into a podcast or something at some point. You never know. And also somebody said, and I think this is very true. I have to find the comment. Somebody said something, and I want to find it so that I can read it off. It might have been on. Yeah, it might have been on maybe TikTok or Instagram. Anyway, but someone had said something along the lines of, um, "Thank you so much for, like sharing the information, because way too many channels gatekeep the information and they don't tell us anything." And I was like, I mean, I understand why, because there is this thing of, when it comes to streaming and content creation, um, nobody wants to share the pie because it's so hard to get to the point where you're making money. Like, it's really hard. And when you finally do start making money, the last thing you want to do is like let someone else take a part of that, take a cut of that pie, because it's like, no, man, I worked my ass off to get here and no one helped me, and I get that, but at the same time, like, I'm not starving, and I'm in a unique position where I don't, I'm going to use air quotes here, I don't need the money a way that a lot of other content creators do, because they all have teams and, lifestyles that require them to make tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I'm sort of like just back here going, hey man, I'm happy with a couple few $1,000s a month working towards buying another property. It's like, I'm paid for, I'm set. I could probably retire tomorrow. Not comfortably, but I probably could retire tomorrow if I wanted to. So it doesn't cost me anything to give that information away for free. It takes me 20, 30 minutes to record an episode. It's not really trade secret stuff. It's just, because here's the reality too. I've been doing this long enough. When Chris and I used to do consultations and presentations, 99% of people, it doesn't matter if you give them step-by-step instructions, they won't follow through with it, because 99% of people can't. They can't. They'll lose. They'll get a year and a half into it. They won't get any traffic. They'll be sitting there with 3 people watching their streams, and they'll give up. That's 99.9% of people. But it's that 0.1% who are going to stick it through. That's what that information is really useful for, is that, 1%. 60 degrees Celsius transcend? Fuck that, man. I thought it was bad here. We have places that'll get 50 to 55. It's rare, but it'll happen. But 60? Man. Deeks is like, I could retire tomorrow. Very, 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 very uncomfortably. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing some more in that series. I appreciate the kind words about the presentation, but that's just kind of like I would like to think that's because I've, this isn't the first time I've done this, because I used to do consultations and brand building. What's up, Babylonia? Like I could show you guys if I went back and pulled up a list. So Nick and I could tell you one right now. Nick and Margarita um, were interns that worked for me. Specifically, Margarita was one of my interns. They're from Milan. Well, her husband's from Australia and she's from Milan, Italy. When she was my intern, I told her you need to create a Mondays in Milan series and start doing videos and blog posts about that. She started doing it, and like a month after she started doing it, she got hired by National Geographic to do a Milan travel series. Um, Corey is I can't remember the name of his blog now. He's a disabled guy in a wheelchair. He's gone on to become a keynote speaker. He was an intern of mine. Like, this is all like 15 years ago, So I've done a lot of that stuff in the past. In a van down by the river. All right. There's probably traps in here. I think that's where I came in. I love how this was a cave entrance when we logged in here. It was a cave entrance outside, and we come inside, and suddenly it's this, like, decorated... So, it makes me laugh. It's all laid out nice. Thanks, Transcend. Space Camp. Nice. Speaking of Albuquerque, I saw that Vince Gilligan has a brand new show coming out. It's a sci-fi show. So he went from Breaking Bad to a science fiction show, and it was all shot. He set it in Albuquerque again. Can't wait to start watching that. That's going to start airing in November. But yeah, Transcend, I think that the scoring. I'm really glad that I moved away from that system of like scoring games, because all it was doing was causing people to be cranky about the scores. And now I just provide them with like lists of pros and cons, if you make up your mind.
For Maryland and all within it. Eleme Bahrain. No.
We survived. We should do a save. So yeah, I think a 4 million. Yeah, selling it for 4 million. Of course, yeah, because it's a famous house now. But I do think I'm going to try to do like one of those episodes every single night in the new series. I got XP for finding the ore, but I don't appear to be able to do anything with it. There are enemies nearby.
A Renfail and a walk.
That's all you
Fair
got.
enough.
Take that!
Bonaparte.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
Alright. One of my favorite things to one of the episodes that I'm looking forward to the most about recording for that series though is the one for the people who continually talk about how if a video isn't perceived as getting tons of traffic, so I get lots of comments from people. So bear this in mind. I am not hugely successful. I am not making tens of thousands of dollars per month. Those of you who, and I think most of the people in chat tonight are channel members, and you guys have seen my channel analytics and my income reports on YouTube. I make good money for me, but I don't make tens of thousands of dollars. I do make several $1,000s. And the numbers are fairly steady and always slowly growing. But I have had an influx of people recently who have been trying to like take apart. So I had one guy say, there's no way you should be allowed to be in, I'm paraphrasing here. He's like, there's no way anyone would believe your how to make a living video when you're only, when he's like, and he looked at like one of my recent like uploads where I do like the 30-minute segments. Those videos don't ever necessarily get lots of traffic right after they're published. So because I'm putting out like 20 videos per day. So for anyone who doesn't pay attention and doesn't understand the algorithm, when you bulk publish videos, which is what I do, YouTube will not send out notifications for those videos. YouTube will send out, generally speaking, it's even if you've hit the bell icon and told them that you want to get all notifications, it generally won't give you more than like 3 notifications, like back to back, and in some cases like 3 notifications in a 24-hour period, depending on all your other notifications. So when I send out 20 videos in the course of a day, especially when I bulk publish, I'll bulk publish like 8 to 12 videos at a time. YouTube won't send out those notifications. They won't send out notifications for those videos for several hours. And they will generally only send out the notifications to the people who the algorithm thinks are going to be interested in those videos. You might be a Renfail fan, but you might not care about Death Stranding 2, so you might not have watched much Death Stranding 2 stuff, so it might not show you my Death Stranding 2 stuff, while it will show you my like Neverwinter Nights 2 stuff or my Dune Awakening stuff. And so you'll get guys who will come on and be like, that video that you published 10 minutes ago only had 10 views. There's no way you're making any money at this. There's no way you're an authority in the space. And then today, literally on TikTok, hang on. I gotta pull it up. Because this is the video I can't wait to make. Hang on. I'm opening TikTok. My phone is old and slow. I need a new phone. But I don't need a new phone, if you get what I mean. This was from yesterday. I was talking about how people were complaining that I'm publishing too many more. It is 3, Babylonia. It's 100%. It's 3 notifications. So you can go to YouTube. The YouTube help channel literally tells you it's 3 notifications in a 24-hour period of time. So the people who are like, you're spamming me, stop spamming me with so many videos. And I showed how like CoCarnage did 24 videos in a 48-hour period of time. I did 23 videos in a 48-hour window of time. I mistakenly said 24 hours. What I meant was a cycle. So I was showing this off, and some dipshit came in and said 10 viewers versus 10 viewers versus 10,000 viewers is what they said. Because I think at the time that I was streaming, I only had 10 people watching on Twitch and like 18 or something on YouTube. Which that stream was, I think, during the Neverwinter Nights. It was either Neverwinter Nights 2 or Destiny 2. I'm not getting huge traffic numbers with those streams. It doesn't matter to me. But that guy was like 10 viewers versus 10,000 viewers, trying to say that well, Coke Carnage has 10,000 viewers and you only have 10. And I literally replied and said, yes, he's got a few million followers across his platforms versus me with around 75,000 followers across my platforms. And he started 10 years before I did. Is math hard for you? And I love taking those types of comments and dissecting that and showing the math on that to people, because it's going to help the people who are afraid. Oh, I'm not going to make any money if I'm not getting 10,000 people watching my streams. Bullshit. Don't listen to fucking Asmongold and those guys who tell you if you're not making 100 grand a year, you shouldn't be doing it. If you're not getting 10,000 followers, you're not worth it. Don't be doing it. Fuck that. But that's the problem, is you get people like that who are like, there's no way there's no way you're worth it. There's no way you're valid. There's no way that you're actually successful. You've only got 10 viewers. Okay.
Let's go.
Eleme Vakreni.
So those are the videos I have the most fun producing. What's up, Hunter?
That's all you got?
Those guys were named.
I have to lighten this load.
That's what she said. But you know what? I've got an awesome bag of holding now, which is great. Ooh, I'm gonna give that to my druid.
Yes.
You, my dear, can use that in place of your sickle. Oh shit, you can dual wield? Oh, she can probably use a shield. I'm gonna have to get her a shield.
Yeah?
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
Oops. What boots are these? Greater boots of tumbling. Oh, give those to my rogue, please. And the armor. Studded leather armor plus. Also give that to... Actually, we might give that to my druid.
Everyone, follow me.
Oh yeah, that's definitely better armor class. And then
What?
I got... Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, they don't want... Yeah, they don't want competition. Exactly. Yeah, no, I think that format, Deeks, I mean, I'll probably keep doing it, but it didn't, you know, the first week we did it, it was like 60 people, which was awesome. Second week, it was like 40. the third week, which was last week, I think we only had like 20. I don't even remember. I said it during the stream. I think it was less than 30 people at some point. I mean, to be honest with you, but I can't really, the streams the past week and a half have been low. So it's not like I'm getting that many more people doing the games because we're in between games right now, right? So like you can go look at like the stream chart for YouTube and Twitch, and Dune Awakening we were way up here, and then as soon as I stopped playing Dune Awakening, wow. And we're not playing anything new right now. Destiny 2 is not a new game. Neverwinter Nights 2 is not a new game. Death Stranding 2 is a new game, but I haven't gotten good traffic with that anyway. So I would say that I'll probably keep doing it. I was grumpy about it last week, but my wife had some good feedback for me about not being grumpy about things. So. Yeah, peaks and valleys. The bugbears seem to be arguing over something, but you can't quite make it out. They seem too distracted to notice you. Let's find a place to hide.
We already agreed, Pastak. We split the gold evenly. I told the most. I should get most of the gold. We only killed 2 of the dwarves, Pastak. And you killed 1. So I share most of the gold with Morgum. Then if I kill you, I'll take your share. Do it. We don't need Pastak.
I'll probably keep doing it. Like I said, what I liked about it was I think it was a great chance to do things like to play things that I don't necessarily play throughout the week. It's a great chance to like take a peek at like games that I might not play on a day-to-day basis.
Take that.
Hey, the funniest thing you guys were talking about, like withdrawals this morning, like I did take my phone with me, but I don't have. So I have a. I've been prepay forever. The way they do phones here is like, I have a phone number, and I've had that phone number for 15, 16 years, but it's a prepay. It's like I have the phone number, but I just put minutes on it when I know that I'm going to need to use the phone, because otherwise I don't use that phone for anything. I literally sit here and it's just hooked up to my Wi-Fi all day, every day. So the only time I actually put any credit on it is like if I know I'm going to be traveling or something. So when I took the phone with me today, I don't have any credit on it. And I specifically didn't put any credit on before I leave, because if I put credit on it and I'm out and about doing my stuff, I'm just going to be like checking my notifications. So it was really, but I was going through withdrawals of like, because I published a video before I left. I published that why I don't review games anymore. And the whole time I'm out, like, we're out there 30 minutes in a van, and I'm just like jonesing to like check my notifications, because when I'm home, I'm plugged into the cockpit, like not 24/7, but pretty much 24/7. I'm plugged into this cockpit, and there is a certain addiction to